So the page opens up and we see a view of what Earth looks like. This is Earth. Our beautiful blue pearl turned into a wasteland. 2 years ago, an asteroid landed and triggered a planet-wide extinction event. Simultaneously, one of the buildings from the first panel blows up. We're taken to the third panel where we see 3 people running from what must have caused the explosion. While the narrator tells us, but it wasn't just the impact. That asteroid brought something with it. While we see a strange figure crashing out of the building. The creature lands from the explosion and we see a horrifying beast. The narrator tells us that they are man-eating monsters called carnimads as it dashes towards the humans, running for their dear life, here to eat whatever's left of us. They've left us powerless, scared, hiding in the dark like prey, picking us apart as we see the carnimad closing in on the humans as someone watches from the rooftop. Jake, come on, get him! The little girl screams out as she points towards the carnimad closing in on them. We try to fight as Jake seemingly reaches into his utility belt, turns around and bravely throws one of his gizmos towards the carnimad. As the gizmo travels towards the carnimad, the narrator tells us we try to hold on anyhow we can. The carnimad catches the gizmo mid-air and it explodes right in its hands. Alright, you rock, Jake! Good job, kid. As we see the humans celebrating your victory against the carnimad. Or so they thought. We see the carnimad dashing out of the flames and it is angry. But it isn't just enough, as we see the carnimad already dashing towards the front of the humans in their surprise. These monsters won't stop till every human is dead. It locks in on its target and it dashes towards Jake. We see the carnimad lifting Jake up with one hand, showing off his incredible strength. The only thing standing between humans and total extinction is me, as we see Ben about to sucker kick the carnimad from the back. He lands his kick on the carnimad while Jake is able to escape. Yeah, buddy, I would have the same facial expression if someone just saved me from a man-eating monster. We get this close-up shot of Ben Tennyson as well, and he is locked in. Then we're taken to the next page where we have this little interaction between Ben and Jake. Jake is mute, so he uses sign language to reply to Ben. When Ben asked him, "You alright?" and he said, "Yes," with sign language. Then he points towards a direction. We're taken to the next panel where the carnimad is up and is ready to attack. It dashes towards Ben while Ben brings out his batons and says, "Alright, bring it." Here it comes as Ben charges towards the carnimad. Perfect killing machines, stronger than 20 men, moves in speed that a creature of its size shouldn't think about. Razor sharp teeth and claws, capable of ripping off reinforced steel. Luckily, they only have 2 brain cells, as we see Ben weaving through the attack of the carnimad. This tells us that this version of Ben has trained himself on how to fight these creatures. As Ben weaves through, he uses one of his batons to shock the carnimad on the side. It roars out in pain. Ben adds salt to injury and kicks the carnimad on its back. Ben is obviously enjoying the fight so far, as he told the carnimad, "Come on, ugly. Good thing this is a lone hunter. I might not need a watch." I think this is an interesting giveaway because if you watch the previous video where I did the breakdown of this universe Ben, he doesn't opt to use the watch every single time there's an enemy. That's why he trained himself to fight. Because ever since Earth was attacked by the asteroid and the carnimads, the Omnitrix has been acting up. So the more he uses the Omnitrix, the more he gets sick, which explains the green veins on his neck. So hey guys, if you've been enjoying the video so far, please hit the like button and hit subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'm a small channel trying to grow, so please help me achieve my dream by supporting me. Thank you. Anyways, we cut back to the fight where the carnimad turns back and looks at Ben. It is obviously mad and it charges towards Ben at full speed. I love the sequence in this panel where Ben weaves and dodges all the attacks from the carnimad as he tells himself, focus, dodge, hit, dodge, read its every move. At this point, the carnimad is fed up as it sends Ben flying with a heavy kick. I got hit. I was careless. Time to finish this. Urgh. Ben gets up slowly, holding his two batons, while the Carnomad is approaching him slowly. Ben clicks his two batons together, and we're taken to the next page where Ben's baton forms this long rod with a laser blade, and he tells the Carnomad, "Come on." The Carnomad, of course, doesn't run from a fight as it runs towards Ben. Ben tells himself to calm down and then attack. He glides through the Carnomad's attempt to blow his face off as he swipes his blade across the stomach of the Carnomad. Ben glides over, successfully tearing the stomach of the Carnomad. Gotcha. Phew. The humans he saved approached him. That was incredible. Was not really. Thanks for saving us. Who are you? Well, you got to be kidding me. Ben turns around and he sees a bunch of Carnomads waiting to attack. All that roaring and growling from the fallen Carnomad must have attracted them. There's more! What are you doing? The mere humans scream at Ben while he's busy pulling his jacket when Carnomads are on their way to attack them. But Ben isn't fazed as he tells them to stay back while the Carnomads continue to charge towards them. We're then taken to this beauty of a page where the Carnomads are about to strike Ben, and Ben says to himself, "This used to be my best part of the job. Now, I hate it." Going hero as he blasts the watch in spectacular fashion. We finally get to see Ben's transformation in this universe. It hurts. My flesh, bones, everything. Boring. Ladies and gentlemen, you're introduced to the regressed version of Heatblast. Tell me you don't love this beauty. He gets straight into action as he gets the Carnomad into a chokehold. Heatblast. I've used this life form hundreds of times, maybe thousands. We see the face of the Carnomad that Heatblast is holding melting off. Yeah, this version of Heatblast is wild. Ben continues to tell us about his experience. It used to feel like putting on a suit. Now, it's different. As the other Carnomads watch your fellow brother get his head melted off, Heatblast doesn't waste any time as he charges towards the other Carnomads. We're then taken to this incredible splash page, which is a reference from one of my favorite comics. If you get the reference, write it in the comment section. It feels like there is a force, making it more feral as Heatblast phases through the Carnomad with no stress. Faster, stronger. Heatblast is melting off these creatures without breaking a sweat. One of the Carnomads get the gist of what's gonna happen to him and decides to retreat. Heatblast, of course, sees the Carnomad running away, and he uses the fire from his shoulder blades to form a whip-like tendril, and it catches the Carnomad. Heatblast drags the Carnomad's foot off the floor, sends him flying to the air, and drags him towards him. I gotta say, that is freaking cool. We're then taken to the next page where Heatblast places his hand on the Carnomad's head, basically ripping it apart. While Ben tells us it feels more alive, basically finishing off the bunch of Carnomads that attacked earlier. Heatblast turns towards the humans as we walk towards them. They're all terrified, as they should be. Get away from us! As Heatblast continues walking towards them. Get away! He is interrupted, however, by Ben as he's transforming back to his human form. What the? Ben is weak as he's caught mid-air by one of the humans he just saved. Then we're shown this panel where the big guy is holding Ben while the younger humans peep at him from behind. You can see his entire body is littered with veins, while Ben, of course, is out cold. Ben slowly begins to regain consciousness. Hi. Did I kill them? Yes. Are you alright? I've been better. So, who are you? My name is Ben Tennyson. I'm a survivor of the asteroid collision and the Carnomad attack, I've been searching for human settlements to help them relocate to a safer, well-protected base isolated from the Carnamans. What about that monster you just turned into? How am I not sure you're one of them? Well, the fact you're still standing and not roasted like those guys should be proof, right? Alright, we're from a human settlement base south of here. We went outside to get supplies before we were attacked by that thing. If you're looking for a base, I can take you there, to our leader. Alright, as the both shake hands, the big guy introduces himself and says, "The name's Eli, by the way." Ben gets up and says, "So, let's start moving." In that? Ben, of course, puts his hand into his ripped pants and he brings out this orb-like object that completely replaces his entire outfit. And we're being told it's a cloth synthesizer. I had gray matter created because of the multiple wardrobe malfunctions I have after transforming, which makes complete sense if you ask me. And Ben says, "Let's get going." Ben sets out with the crew to go to their settlement base. So, when you press the watch, you turn into 10 super dudes? Yes, but not 10 super dudes. One of 10 of them. That's so cool. So are all of them like fireman? Heatblast. And no, they're all different. Really? Tell me their names. Well, I have 4 arms, as Ben and the girl continue to have a road trip conversation. Accelerate, a fast one, and I have gray matter. This panel tells us that they are being spied on by something. It is then revealed that they are being spied on by a new pack of Carnamans. These ones look big, bad, and angry. Gauge enemy strength. The one who seems like a leader commands one of the Carnamans to attack Ben and his friends. Again, and the last one is Diamond Head. Wow, you're awesome. So how does it feel when you transform? Carrie, that's enough. Stop pestering him. Eli interrupts Carrie as he sees the change in Ben's mood after that question. Carrie is not so pleased about her conversation being cut off, and she goes, Besides, it's getting dark. Let's get a move on. As the crew continue walking towards their settlement base. The silence is however interrupted by a device beeping in Ben's pocket. As the beeping continues, Ben brings out the device and it shows that something is approaching them fast. Run! Ben screams out as he dives out of the way with Carrie, while the Carnaman lands on the spot that they were standing on before. Eli and Jake were able to dive to the other side as well, as Ben has a face off with the Carnaman. You guys alright? Yeah, good, cause he won't be. This time, Ben is clearly pissed as he transforms into Diamond Head and charges towards the Carnaman.